Today, I'll be talking about ideological politics and my obsession with Western politics. I'm an African, so I know how politics is being played in Africa. I know how politics is being played in Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, it's too dirty. As far as I'm concerned, it's too manipulative. It's too deceptive. So for a clean dude, that does not make sense. The West, they play what you call politics of ideas. The West, they play it's because of the way they play their own politics. Now, Nigerian politics is totally different from that. When you study the difference, you realize that ideologies is at the root, foundation, pillars of that distinction. When you hear somebody talk about wisdom, what's wisdom? Wisdom is simply the study of difference. That is exactly what wisdom is. Wisdom is the study of difference. Wise people are interested in studying differences. Wise people are interested in seeing differences, the difference. In Nigeria, voting patterns is determined by a lot of unwise factors. When I talk about voting patterns, I'm really talking about what makes people vote. What forms the basis of that decision? See, I like this candidate. I like the other candidate. If you study it, the basis of those, what form the basis of those decisions is unwise. Voting patterns in Nigeria is determined by some factors. One of them is religion. You have some people in the north, they will go out to vote on election day. Why are they voting? Or who are they voting for? Say they are voting for a preferred candidate because he's a Muslim. That's the reason why they want to go and vote. They have found a Muslim candidate, so they will vote for that person. You have some people, it's ethnicity. Say, tomorrow is election. We are going to go and vote. Why are we going to go and vote? So we are going to go and vote for a preferred candidate. Our preferred candidate is the guy from the north. So we are voting him because he's a northerner. We are voting him because of tribal sentiments. Another reason is vote trading. See, why are we going to go and vote? We are going to go and vote for a preferred candidate because we were induced financially. They gave us 5,000 naira. They gave us wrapper. They gave us clothes. They bought clothes for us. That's why we are going to go and vote for the guy. They gave us 3,000 naira. They gave us 5,000 naira. There are lots of so many reasons. I'm just giving a few. Now, if you have voting patterns in Nigeria that becomes a function of the mindset of a large number of the Nigerian electorate. So if you have a large chunk of voters thinking like this, it gives you an idea of the quality of leader they will produce after the election. Some voters will vote because they give them food. So it's time for election. Those guys are hungry. So let's talk about stomach infrastructure. We give them food to eat, to vote for us. So we have rice. Let's go and buy rice. It's time for election. Give them 3 cups of rice. Give them 10 cups of rice. When you give them, they vote for us. So we can include hunger as part of those factors. During the election period in Nigeria, a politician's mind mirrors the financial cost of his aspirations. See, I want to be governor. So the guy will sit down and say, Kai, I need money. From what I have just said, some will pay for 5,000 naira to voters, eligible voters, to cast votes for them. Some will go and consult the stakeholders in the state so that they can support them. Some will do campaigns. Some will do voter consciousness and sensitization. So when the guy gets his calculator and he begins to punch the figures, the guy will say, I should be thinking of spending about 5 billion naira. So 5 billion naira is not a static figure. It depends on the state or the size of the state. If you are looking at Lagos, for instance, it could be more. If you are looking at Kano, it could be more. So it depends on the state that will determine the amount of billions that will be required to capture that state during elections. That's why you see in Nigeria during elections, the stakes are so high. Funds are being mobilized, funds are being sourced, funds are being disbursed. I know a lot about deals, I know a lot about investment. I've worked in banks and I've been in charge of some of these things, so I can tell you. Politics in Nigeria, it's more like an investment deal. When you talk about an investor is somebody that is interested in returns. He has money or he sources for money, then he invests it. When he invests it, he sits down and he waits. That's exactly how we play politics. So the governor that sources for funds, say, Abdullahi, I'm your friend. I want to become governor. Help me. I need money. Say, okay. I give you 500 million. Musa, I'm your friend. Say, I don't have plenty of money. I give you 100 million. That's how he sources the funds. When it is time for election, he begins to do the needful. He mobilizes the funds. He disburses them. He allocates them. When he wins, Musa will get excited. When he wins, Abdullahi will smile. So for the governor, he knows that he has just won. But winning comes with the expectation of a return on investment. So why I talk about the cost, I'm talking about billions. During elections in Nigeria, we play Julius Caesar-styled politics because, when the stakes are high, you need people or thugs to back you up so that they go after your enemies or they go after your political opponents and they violently attack them, they harm them, or possibly they kill them. Now, it is not restricted to the physical fight or the physical confrontation. Nigerian politics pushes the bar, raises the standard. So you are talking about black magic, you are talking about voodoo, you are talking about shrines or diabolical powers. They involve these things because you are talking about a politics that is soaked in blood, voodoo, black magic, and money. That's why a lot of politicians that are interested in securing power, they want to secure power at any cost. Go and check these guys. They have links with diabolical shrines. Go and check these guys. They have links with cults. Go and check these guys. They have links with deities. So, voter inducement is a very critical factor that influences the decision of voters. So when you say a country is poor, you're indirectly saying a lot of them don't have food to eat. So when you come up with a strategy that favors stomach infrastructure during elections, you are indirectly attracting voters to yourself. When you come up with a policy that dishes out money, financial inducement to people that are poor, you're indirectly attracting voters to yourself. When you come up with a policy that gives out clothes, wrappers to people that are poor, you're indirectly attracting voters to yourself. Now, that is how they play politics. It is not ideological. It is not. That is the view from the inside. So that's why some of the times when you hear in Nigeria, the youths are coming up with a protest. They say the protest is to end bad governance. Some of us sit back and we laugh because we know the view from the inside. They came up with a law in Nigeria and they called it law not too young to run. Not too young to run simply means that they reviewed the age and opened the doors for young people to come and play politics, active politics in Nigeria. Already you are talking about a system or people that are very old that walk through the corridors of power. So the law changed the rules. They reviewed the age to accommodate more young people. When they came up with that law, I was laughing because I knew the view from the inside. Not too young to run simply means not too loaded to win. Where is a youth going to get 10 billion, 15 billion naira to invest? When you say you are investing in politics during an election, it's like playing gamble. It's like playing gamble. There's a guy, the guy is Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was the former president, former vice president of Nigeria during Obasanjo's administration. After Obasanjo's administration, Atiku has been trying to become president. The guy, each time he tries, he fails. So you are looking at a guy that is loaded with money. So if you ask a young guy, the law says you are not too young to run. So if you want to run for the presidency via the PDP political platform, you have to contend with that guy. His name is Atiku Abubakar. The kind of money he has, you don't stand a chance.